right. Good morning and welcome back to another edition of the Bakersfield Business Partners podcast. My name is Duncan Harris. I'm the owner of Insurance Savings Group, past president of Bakersfield Business Partners. We're a B&I chapter here in Bakersfield and actually officially ranked the #1 chapter in the country. And that was based on metrics for member enrollment, referrals, but also like charisma and the good looks of the membership there. So highly ranked, the #1 ranked B&I chapter in the country, Bakersfield Business Partners. And because we have the best membership, we started our own podcast to highlight our outstanding members. So I've got Javier with me here this morning. Good morning, Javier.
Morning, Duncan.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. So for those that don't know you, just introduce yourself really quick and what you do.
So my name is Javier Lesaca. I am, as well as my wife, own and run Lesaca Landscape company here in Bakersfield, California. Second generation. My father started the company back in 1974. Kind of grew up in it and took it over. So yeah, that's where we're at. We do design, build, maintenance, anything you need in the landscape, we can take care of.
Awesome. Yeah, I love it. So family business, been in the family a long time. Mm-hmm. Very cool. So it's end of October. The seasons are kind of changing. Tell me what's going on in the landscape world.
Well, right now, because the days are getting shorter, we're really landscape lighting.
Okay,
is what we'd like to kind of emphasize now. You know, when you leave in the morning, so early risers, you leave the house, it's dark.
Yeah.
If you come home late, now it's dark. So now's a great time to start thinking about lighting around the house for safety reasons, for aesthetic reasons, just if you have certain features around the house you want to show off at night. And if you're out in the evening, you want to go in the backyard, you want to kind of enjoy the backyard, just some landscape lighting around the trees and your hard surfaces really creates a nice mood.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's that process like? You know, if someone says, gosh, it's just pitch black in my backyard. Yeah. And it would be nice to have some lights. I mean, they give you a call and what happens from there? So
we'll come look at it. We can kind of look at it, say, hey, we can light this up, that up. We kind of look at their budget. You know, we start with we try to start with 10 lights.
Yeah.
We do have a demo kit. So actually can bring out a kit.
Oh, cool.
And we can kind of throw some wire on the ground.
Test some stuff out.
Put it out. We'd leave it there for a couple of days. They can see what it's going to look like.
That's cool.
Yeah. And go from there, And new construction is a little easier because we're, bare dirt, so we can just dig around anywhere. If it's existing, we have to look at where we have to pull wire underneath concrete or, around tree roots, things like that. Mm-hmm. It's a little more challenging, but it can all be done. Yeah.
If someone's just doing let's say their backyard, and it's not too crazy extreme, is that something that you guys or your crew could get done in a day or 2 days?
Yeah.
Is it pretty quick?
Most of the time it's a day.
Okay.
It depends on how many fixtures. Like I said, 10 fixtures could be done in a day. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And what do your customers report back? I mean, I assume that when you're doing most of your projects, you're installing lighting. Mm-hmm. Do you have a lot of people call you back and say, "Oh, we need more, or we need less"? Or...
Yeah, it happens almost all the time. Well, like I said, we start with 10 fixtures, and usually they call us, "Hey, add one here, add one there." And then we sometimes we get upgrades, because we do have systems that are color lighting, and a little more money, but man, it's pretty cool. You have to have a special transformer for it, special fixtures.
Okay.
But sometimes we'll just put that transformer in and maybe 3, depending on the size of the yard, 3 or 4 color fixtures just to highlight some stuff. And you can change it. Like now, you could, with Halloween, you could make everything orange if you wanted, yellow. As Christmas comes, Christmas colors. I think October's Cancer Awareness Month. So you could put anything pink. It's crazy what they can do with lighting now.
That is so cool. And what kind of lights are they? Are they LED? Or
all LED now. Yeah, we don't do any halogen. It's been a number of years. All LED. We prefer to use FX is the brand we like to use.
All right.
Tend to tell people the heavier the fixture, the longer they're going to last. So if you get the fixtures from Home Depot, some of these box stores, and they're not that heavy, and you get one of our fixtures, maybe you're going to get life out of it, but with all the wear and tear, water hitting it, weather, they'll start to corrode.
Just everything. I mean, everything breaks down outside. It's in the sun, the rain, the heat, the cold.
Yeah. There's some maintenance around it. Like the lenses are what you really, by the biggest maintenance is the lenses, because basically we have a sprinkler system, or we have hard water in Bakersfield. So that water kind of collects on that lens, and it'll dry up, and you start leaving those salt deposits on it. So it gives it a nice frosted lens if you're looking for that. But if not, because you take them out, soak them with some lime away or something like that, clean them up. So.
Now, you said you prefer one brand called FX.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just use them for years. They've held up. I mean, I have my house for 20 years now, and the only ones I switched out the path lights because I just got bored with them. I got the bored of that look, so I swapped out my path lights. But all my spotlights that are lighting up my trees and different shrubs and parts of the house, they're the same. All I've really changed is bulbs. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's not a lot of stuff that lasts 20 years anymore.
Yeah, we're on a job now where we're replacing all their fixtures, and that house was probably maybe 15, 20 years old, and the fixtures are all corroded, because there's nothing we could save.
Got it.
Because it's just in the soil, again, the moisture and all just eats them up. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What else should people know about landscape lighting?
Again, it's all a different what you need, what your needs are. If you, for safety reasons, you want to light up your pathways, especially where steps are. You can see where you're walking at night.
Sure.
That's real important. Just lighting up areas around your yard, just to let people know someone's home. I personally had someone try to break out our house one time, and I leave my lights on all night. My dusk to dawn, they're on. I like looking out my windows and seeing my lights, seeing my trees lit up, seeing things lit up. And because of that, when this person was trying to walk, and we heard him trying to get into our house, I could see him from the outside going around our house, going from door to door. And because he couldn't see me in the inside because the house was all dark, but the lights were on the outside. I could see him walking around.
Right.
So I'm just thinking, that for safety reasons, it's pretty cool. I think for me it worked. So I highly recommend it. Yeah.
And then, like you said, we're, I think, a week away or something from the time change. And it's like, we're going to get home at 5 o'clock. It's going to be pitch black.
Right.
And this really kind of extends the use or livability of the backyard. You can be out there. You can be looking at your landscape.
Yeah.
Till whenever.
And that's the thing, when the times change, we put on our timers, our transformers, we always put a timer and a photo cell. So, and when it gets darker, you don't have to do as many adjustments. So we'll set it to come on at 3 in the afternoon. Well, it's not going to come on because the photo cell won't allow it.
Oh,
but as soon as it gets dark, boom, they click on.
Oh, cool.
And you can, again, leave them on till whatever hours you want. Mine go on from dusk to dawn. So the only thing I have is a photo cell. This comes on and it turns itself off.
Now, I just have to ask, you've got them on all night. I know they're LED, but is it going to hit your PG&E bill?
We've got solar too, so I don't see it. I don't see it being a big hit. And all LED, so a normal, in the old days when we used halogen bulbs, they were actually 60-watt bulbs. Or if there were a 20-watt bulb, okay, we'll see a 20-watt bulb. Well, equivalent to a 20-watt bulb is a 2-watt LED. So it's so much difference.
It's just a fraction.
2 to 3 watt LED. You get the same amount of light.
Oh, that's great.
So that's why, I just leave mine on. Yeah, I don't see the big. You don't see the big. Now, if you had halogen, yes, your light cost, your PG&E cost would be more.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Anything else new in the industry before we kind of switch gears and talk about B&I? Any other new technologies and stuff going on? We live in California. Any water restrictions?
Yeah, stuff that's going on now. There's. If people are thinking of doing some remodeling and maybe trying to save some water or cut back on their grass, whatever, Cal Water has a great rebate program. Pretty easy. We've done a number of them, commercial and residential. And if you remove what they call a lawn to garden program, so they're trying to get people to remove their lawns or portions of the lawns and replace it with just a garden and drip system. So they got those programs and rebates on that. Controllers, if you were to install a weather-based controller, and also as a convert to drip system. So there's their money there. It's pretty easy to apply for. They never say no.
So let's talk about that for a second, or at least I have my questions.
Yeah.
I get the whole argument against lawns, that they suck up water and they're expensive to maintain. However, it's like the most usable space ever. I mean, your kids can play on it.
Yeah.
You can go sit on it. It looks good when it's green.
Right.
So it's highly, highly functional.
Yeah.
And I think my hesitation, like if someone's gonna say, Duncan, let's take out your lawn and put in a garden, I would just think, well, where are my kids gonna be running and playing? Like,
right.
What are the kids gonna do? So I guess that's my question to you is, if we were gonna tear out a lawn, and there may not be a good answer to this, I don't know.
Yeah.
If we're gonna tear out a lawn and put in some kind of garden, I mean, what kind of space are we replacing it with? What are we putting in back there?
It depends on what you want. There are some lawn substitute, ground cover substitutes for lawn that Carapia is one that's been real popular. Okay. And it can handle some traffic, and it's really low water use. It's kind of slow growing. There's some others out there. That's the one that's been really, Southern California, they're planting a lot of Carapia.
Okay.
And so there's stuff like that you could do. You can still have that lawn look, but it won't be that if you want like a nice putting green looking lawn, it won't look like that. Yeah. So it's more of a meadow, more of a meadow look. Yeah.
Well, that could be cool.
Yeah, it would be real cool. Yeah.
So I just got to buy the kids like a hamster wheel, put it in their room.
Sure. Yeah.
And just.
Yeah. No, I mean, lawns are not going to go away.
Yeah.
People are still going to have lawns, but maybe not a front yard lawn. I mean, some people don't use their front yard lawn at all. So maybe that you'll see that going. But backyard lawns are going to be around for a while, I think.
And I guess there's lots of options. I guess the one I see most is kind of like maybe the desert landscape. They take the lawn out and it's kind of, they fill it in with gravel, and then they have kind of like a sparse planting, and you can tell they're kind of low water plants.
Yeah. And yeah, if you like that look, we can do it. It's not my favorite look.
Okay, so what's your favorite look?
My favorite look is 2 years ago I did take out most of my lawn, and I just replaced it with shrubs and trees.
And you have,
so it's
is
more
it bark?
And mulch, yeah. Always put mulch
okay.
down. But that's what I like, so it all depends on what a person likes.
And you got lighting.
I've got lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting, everything's lit up. All my trees, everything, walkways.
So in mixed in with the shrubs, you probably got flowers and
some seasonal color. I mean, it's plants that'll bloom seasonally. Some things will bloom more in the fall. Some will bloom more in the spring. Some of it's more foliage color. That has more of a different colored foliage. It's not something always about the flowers, but it could be. And some things change. As we get some fall colors, things like that. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. If someone wants to get a hold of you, if they want to have you guys come out and kind of look at their yard, what's the best way to reach you?
You can call us at 836-0229. That gets you to the office. You can look at our website at lesacalandscape.com. And we're also on social media, but those first two are probably the best way to get a hold of us. Yeah.
Well, perfect. Let's switch gears here. Let's talk about our BNI chapter, Bakersfield Business Partners. Do you remember? I know you've been a member for a long time. Do you know how long it's been?
Man, I don't remember. I remember because we've changed to different locations, our meetings, and I remember all those. But when I started, you weren't there.
That's correct.
And
I think I've been there since 2010, maybe.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah. And I wasn't gonna stick around. I was gonna just do it for. I said I'll do it for a year, 2 years, and then maybe I'll jump to another BNI group.
Yeah.
Just kind of,
Sure.
And then we were doing events where we were meeting other groups and, this and that. And I realized, wow, we have the best group. Why leave? Why leave? And now we've all a lot of us have become friends and do things like play golf and stuff like that. work out. I work out with Darren now 3 days a week. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And the referrals, we get some really qualified referrals from people, because people care in our group. They make sure everybody's getting taken care of.
So it's helped your business grow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, in different ways, not just in business and learning business knowledge. Learning from other people how they run their businesses and things they do. That's been real valuable too.
Well, awesome. Look, if you're listening out there, you're a business owner or a salesperson, and you're looking for a way to grow your business, come check out our chapter. We meet Tuesday mornings, 7:30, and we're a group of professionals, business owners, and decision makers. And the idea behind the group is we're going to pass out referrals to each other. So every week you get to stand up and give a commercial about your business and what's new and what's going on in your industry, and really educate the other members of the group on what a good referral for you would look like. And it's just, I've been a member of the group, I think, for 14 years. Javier's beat me. He's probably at 15, 16. And it literally is just the most valuable use of your time. And not only will your business grow, as Javier touched on, you're going to gain friendship and education and really great relationships. So Javier, thanks for joining us, man. I'm glad you're staying busy.
Yeah, Duncan, thank you.
Putting lights up. And until next week, we'll see you on Tuesday.
Great. See you then.